Hello, this is Tyler Blader8, presenting to you a Let's Play of Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance. Fire Emblem is a long-running series in Japan, but this is the first game to ever come out in the USA. It is the 7th game in the actual series, and for the Game Boy Advance. The second game, actually, the first one, starring Roy, who some of you may know from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Anyway, here, we're going to go ahead. In this game, you get to design a little mini character. You don't really do anything combat-wise, instead acting kind of like a strategist. Anyway, I'm going to skip the story for this Let's Play, since I already know it and can pretty much recite it to you guys better. This here is Lynn. She lives in this little hut. She is a nomad of Sakai, and out here are some bandits that came out to, well, take over the town, rob, pillage, stuff bandits do. Unfortunately, we get to go through a rather boring tutorial mode, which consists of the prologue and the first 10 chapters until we get full reign. As for the battle screen, hit determines your hit percentage, or your chance of hitting. Damage is how much damage you'll deal if you hit, and crit is your chance at dealing a critical strike. Critical strike happens to deal 3 times the damage. Anyway, when you kill that bandit, gain some EXP. When you gain 100 EXP, you level up, get higher stats, such like that. Anyway, Lynn was injured by that bandit, so she tells us all about some kind of nomadic hut. I don't care. Anyway, we go ahead, use a little vulnerary, start getting healed up. And she tells us all about how we have to come up here and kill this big scary boss who happens to have a little blinking shield with a cross on it, which indicates this is the boss of the chapter. Pretty much every chapter has a boss, and the boss is usually stronger than all the enemies around him, or her. As we can see here, the boss has a higher hit rate. You have to hit Lynn for 10 damage. And on top of that, most bosses also like to sit on either fortresses, gates, or thrones, if it's an inside battle. Gates, fortresses, and thrones happen to heal whoever sits on them by minor amounts, along with increasing their defenses and abilities. But Lynn got a crit, managed to kill that boss, leveled up, HP, strength, skill, speed, and luck. A fairly good level up, in my opinion. And as you can end most maps with seizing, or whatever the objective is. In this one it was seize. Anyway, chapter 1. Lynn decides to tag along with us to get stronger to avenge her father, despite not knowing who exactly killed her father. We go to a little commercial town in the country of Sakai, which is where we currently are. She tells us a little about the city. 2 knights appear, Sain, here in the green, and then Kent in the red. This, of course, means we get more people to control. As we look here, Sain is a Cavalier in Iron Lance. Cavaliers are kind of like little knights on ponies. They can use both swords and lances. When Sain goes in with a lance, happens to miss and gets axed as a response. While the knight there in the red is Kent. He happens to chastise Sain, saying you should have used a sword, because in the game, swords are better to use against axes, axes are better to use against lances, and lances are better to use against swords. So, if you're fighting axe-wielding foes, you have a much better chance of hurting them if you've got a sword on. bandit. Should be pretty simple. And now that Sain has a sword, he feels like he wants to go for another round. And we're going to attack with a sword. A much higher chance of hitting, but yeah, he still misses. Although he doesn't get axed in the face this time. The reason he missed was because the foe happens to be on a forest, which ups its avoiding by 20 and lowers all damage it'll take by 1. However, Kent still manages to land a hit on him. We're going to go ahead and place Lynn here because the game forces us to. And as for Kent and Sain, Sain has extremely high strength, meaning he dishes out very powerful hits. Kent, on the other hand, is more well-rounded. You can use both since they're both really good units, but I prefer only using one just so I can have a more balanced team. And here, as you've seen, was trading, basically taking items from your adjacent neighbors, and if you are a mounted unit like Sain is, you may move again after doing an action like that. Anyway, we'll go ahead and let Kent end this bandit's life. And we shall move Lynn right here. Since Lynn is currently the main character of this story, if she dies, it's game over. And while normally, if other units die, you will never ever see them again because they will be gone forever. Unless they're important to the story. In this special little tutorial mode, if they die, they'll still be alive and come back at a later date. Anyway, going to go ahead and have Sain kill that bandit. Get some nice little XP since he's been screwing up earlier. Gonna go ahead and let Kent slay this one for more EXP. It's all good and all, you know. And get Lynn closer to the boss. Now, as Kent gets closer to the boss, insane. While I could go ahead and attack with Lynn, he's got a 38% chance of hitting her, which I'm kind of scared of that since the last boss actually did hit her. I'll go ahead and just wait in front of him and allow him to try the first move. That way, in case I do dodge, I get a free hit on him, and if he hits, I can run away. Fairly good tactic. Anyway, Lynn has 71 EXP, Kent has 93, and go ahead and let him soften up the boss, which makes them both very, very weak, and allows Kent to get enough EXP to level, earning him HP and luck, a rather bad luck. Let's see how well Sain does. Strength and skill, not too much better, but still better than Ken. Anyway, you've completed the chapter. Sain and Kent happen to reveal to Lynn that she is actually a princess of Lycia, and she was just taken away at birth or something. Anyway, that's it for right now. I will see you guys next time with chapter 2 and maybe chapter 3. Anyway, see ya.